Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations, a weekly podcast focusing on e-commerce topics featuring interviews with prominent people in the e-commerce space.
For Practical E-Commerce, I'm Kevin Patrick Allen. The days of being tied to a desktop computer are long gone. E-commerce merchants can now work wirelessly with laptop computers, personal digital assistants, and increasingly smart mobile phones. Quickoffice is a Texas-based software company which focuses on providing mobile office software. David Brennan is Quickoffice's Vice President of E-Commerce. He joins us for this e-commerce conversation. First of all, David, very good to have you on the program.
It's great to be here. Thanks for bringing me on.
Tell us about Quickoffice. I understand it provides office software for mobile phones. Can you give us some examples of the software you provide?
Sure. Well, our core focus is mobile office productivity software for mobile devices, which that includes multiple platforms across Symbian, like, for example, Nokia phones and Apple iPhone, as well as BlackBerry, and the latest is the Android type of platforms.
When business owners hear the word Quick, it's natural for them to think of QuickBooks. Any connection?
Absolutely not. Just the prefix Quick, but definitely different in focus.
E-commerce merchants, and that's, as I've told you, our listeners and readers, they're no longer communicating just simply to the customers through a desktop computer or on a laptop. They have to reach their customers via mobile devices to stay really viable. Can Quickoffice help them do that?
Absolutely. We definitely have quite a few customer stories about how to utilize Quickoffice, especially for the small, medium business sales reps that are out in the field, and educators, teachers alike. They utilize our mobile solution to get the document, make quick edits, share the information, access email attachments, so they can continue to be productive through their day, no matter where they're at, whether or not they're in the office or out on the road.
Can you tell us about some of your most recent products? Give us some examples and maybe what you have in the works.
Well, our recent launch was on the iPhone, and we were the first mobile office productivity tool to go on the iPhone platform. And ever since our entry there within iTunes, which is the distribution channel for Apple software, we pretty much have been leading the charts there in terms of being the top application for mobile office productivity. So we've had really great success there, and we just continue to expand our customer base, and have been working directly with schools to see how they utilize our application as well.
Give me an example. If I'm an e-commerce veteran and I'm on the road a lot, maybe I need to write some stories. Maybe I need to manage my books or communicate with some of my customers. How would I use your services?
Well, it's a license that you would purchase with the software, and once you install that, depending on what platform you're on, because there's different product life cycles. For example, within the S60, it's at a later life cycle in terms of functionality. So you're going to have the ability to edit, say, Excel spreadsheets, as well as Word, and view PowerPoint presentations. on the iPhone currently, we have Word and Excel in terms of functionality. So as a use case, let's say somebody had sent you an Excel spreadsheet and you want to be able to make some quick edits to that spreadsheet. You can do that with our software, save it, and send it back to others to review.
Very interesting. It's certainly with the iPhone and some of the new services out there, things that would seem to be too small to really work with in any kind of useful way. You're able to do that more now. That has to be a challenge to design all that to make that available to those business owners out there.
Yeah, definitely on the engineering side. To be able to take the most frequently used functionality within the Office suite and scale that down into an optimized mobile view where you can be productive on the small screen and have desktop-like functionality, it is a challenge. Certainly, we feel that we build a highly intuitive user interface where it's not necessarily the same type of interface that they're accustomed to with a keyboard and being at their desktop. However, they are able to effectively utilize the software and again to be to continue to be productive while they're out on the road or traveling. Otherwise, that's simply downtime. They can't to really in their businesses be more productive.
Can you tell our listeners a little bit about pricing for your products?
Well, that, again, varies depending on the platform. But right now on the iPhone, our MSRP pricing is $19.99, and we're currently having a sale that's 50% off, and that is $9.99. In terms of BlackBerry, we have a $29.99 price point, and currently for Symbian, it's $39.99, but there's a 50% discount if you go to Quickoffice.com.
Tell us about the company itself, where you're located, how many employees are you growing?
Our corporate office is in Plano, Texas, and we have offices in Kharkov, Ukraine, St. Petersburg, Russia. We also have several satellite offices across the country and in Korea and Canada. Approximately there's 140 employees.
And when were you founded?
We were founded in 1997.
Wow, so you were relatively early to this space.
Yeah, absolutely. We were, over a decade ago, 12 years ago, pretty far ahead of the curve. And, really being very innovative. I think that's part of our DNA, is to really, address the, again, the mobile productivity-centric user and provide these mobile solutions to, keep them productive. So, yeah, I would say that we were pretty much the first out there in terms of, where we were focused, which is Office-related functionality on the mobile device.
And finally, our readers and listeners, as I mentioned, are primarily small e-commerce merchants. Anything else that you'd like to share with them today? Well,
again, depending on, where they're at in terms of their businesses, I'm sure that most business owners can identify with, juggling, multiple activities and being able to meet clients and, having access to data, having access to, Office, Microsoft Office tools that, our solution, enables them to, again, be able to stay productive, and ultimately, that can affect their ROI and bottom line.
He's David Brennan of Quickoffice, and David, we thank you very much for your time.
I thank you again.
That's all the time we have for this week's e-commerce conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week for another new episode.